Okay, welcome to the Madewell. I don't know what this is. Welcome to Essential Oils 101 webinar, January 2019. I'm so excited you are here. Whether you are watching in my Madewell doTERRA Essential Oils community or you're watching on Zoom, I just want to say welcome. Thank you for taking the time to join me live or watch the replay. And I really want this session to really be a space for you to ask questions, whether you're watching live or watching the replay in the group, and to get some just some more overall understanding and education around essential oils and around doTERRA. And if you are interested in getting started with that, how you can go about doing that, and the support you can get around that. So I'm going to also, so I'll probably be going back and forth between the group and this, just so you all know. And if you are watching and you're not a part of my Madewell doTERRA Essential Oils community group on Facebook, I am going to put the link now on in the chat box for Zoom, where you can just, or if you're watching this in the replay in my resource library later, just go there, click join. So originally the group was just for my retail wholesale customers and team and members, but now I've just opened up to anyone who's interested in learning more about doTERRA essential oils. And so make sure you click that, join it, and then we can get going. Okie doke. Let me share my screen and we will get started. Share. Let's start this slideshow. From the beginning. I'm just double checking. Oh, it is in both places. Beautiful. Oh, now you saw my Facebook screen. So we might go back and forth, I guess. I didn't realize that. We will go back and forth. I'm sorry that I might have to switch back and forth. I don't know if I thought about that. Anyways, let's just get going and then I can hopefully support you as I go back and forth with screens. All right, so Essential Oils 101, this is an introduction to essential oils. My name is Brianna Wilkerson. I am the founder of Madewell, which is a holistic wellness coaching practice. I'm really dedicated to empowering women to be healthy and thrive in all areas of their life, starting with their physical health. So I really primarily work with women who are just wanting to overcome this dieting thing, this yo-yo dieting cycle, want to just come to a place where they want to honor their bodies and get a healthy body that they love and they're proud of. And I do this through what I call my Healthy Body Movement, which is my Healthy Body community, which is my kind of like free coaching group, my podcast, Healthy Body Podcast. I also do this through my Healthy Body Resource Library and then my paid coaching membership community, the Healthy Body Academy. But in addition to that, I have kind of two other main things that I offer and support women in, and that is the Whole30, which is a 6-week elimination diet, really to reset your body and your taste buds and really kind of teach you what it means to eat well and eat real food, as well as looking at all of these different areas of a healthy body, nutrition, exercise, stress, sleep, digestion, toxic load, mindset, and habits. But in addition to that, I also have a heart for essential oils because I just really want to empower women to use these non-toxic solutions for their health and those that they love. And so it is my joy here to kind of talk to you about essential oils today. So feel free again to ask questions, share comments as we go along. I'm going to be flipping back at screen, so you're just going to have to see that. I'm sorry about that, but I just want to make sure I answer in the Facebook group and on the webinar. So why essential oils? You know, I think as I've just grown in my understanding and use of them, and I've been sharing them with others, I will say that a lot of people are like oily nerds. I'm one of them, but I think essential oils really have power to offer a solution for your health and those in the health of those that you love at your fingertips, in your house, on the go with you. Do I think essential oils are the end all be all and we should cut out medicine and all that? No, I do not. I believe God inspires medicine and people and thoughts, and there are things beyond herbs and stuff that we can use. But do I think the natural herbs, plants, all those things that have a role in our health and our lives? I do. And so I see essential oils as a way to supplement your healthy living and lifestyle. Now, there's an oil called Slim and Sassy, and it helps you with your metabolism because it has the oils like lemon, grapefruit, and all that would help naturally with your metabolism. But that does not mean you should not eat well. So that's what I'm trying to say. These are a supplement and it's a tool in addition to changing your habits, basically. And so I work with women to do both. Change your habits through a coaching setting, and then change and have some solutions at your fingertips through essential oils. And so this is just a testimony. I'll give you guys the slides so you don't have to worry about reading it all. Michelle's a great friend. We met in college, even though we're from the same island. And she just kind of just shared how she was kind of skeptical with about essential oils, which we all are and were at one point. But, you know, when she had a major headache, she used peppermint oil instead of Aleve, and now she's like a believer. And she also uses something called HD Clear, which is kind of a skincare facial set. She has a testimony about that, how that was like one of the only things that really helped her skin. That is using essential oils as well. And so this is my heart, is for you to, and I'm going to ask you questions later, but for you to really think about what do either like yourself or other people that you know and love and care about, what health concerns do they have? And is there an essential oil solution that can help? All right, so I want you to imagine if, make sure, okay, no comments. Imagine if you could finally find relief in those chronic health issues. You know, imagine if you could use natural solutions in your home and with your family and get to the root of it instead of masking it, and you can just finally feel good. So I want you to share, I know Jenny, you're on Zoom. Share with me in the chat box, what is your experience with essential oils and what brought you to this class today? So feel free to share with me in the chat box. If you're watching the replay in the group, go ahead and share that with me as well. If you're watching the replay in my resource library later, just join the group and share that there. You know what? I'm going to actually bring up the Facebook one on my phone. That way, I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. Whoops. All right. Here we go, chat. Jenny says he uses them mostly for laundry and want to expand their use of them in their home. Perfect. Because I would say that is just the perfect place to start, especially, you know, we're home a lot of parts of our lives. So I love that you're like, okay, well, I'm going to expand them. Great. And so as we're talking to, just let me know if there's one that pops out to you, if you have questions around that. So kind of be thinking about that. Oh, she started, okay. So Jenny also said she started researching natural alternatives after her son had really bad eczema. Yes, eczema is, you know, there's a lot of people that I've known have come to me, or either their kids or them struggling with that. And eczema, there's a lot of great oils for that. But also I would say HD Clear facial kit that doTERRA has a lot of oils that are designed for stuff like that. And black cumin seed oil, and there's some other, is Melaleuca? Melaleuca's probably in there. Lavender is also really great for the skin, as is frankincense. All right, so that's great. Let me move on. So I think you're in the right place if you're tired, again, of struggling or knowing someone you love that struggles and you're ready, like as Jenny said, to just look for more natural solutions. So I'll share a little bit about my story around essential oils. Around the time I started coaching, actually, I was thinking about what is something else that I could add to my business that supplements income, but also really just cares for people. And another way to work with people. Let me quickly just go to the group. Sorry. Okay. And what ended up happening is that I actually had tendonitis in my left wrist because of just overusage and not listening to it when it was in pain, basically. And so what happened is I started to like look for natural solutions. I like lost hope. You all know when you struggle with an injury or some sort of health condition, whether it's, you know, doesn't seem that serious or serious, it really takes a toll on your mind and your body. And I got in contact with someone, they actually introduced me to some Deep Blue essential oil. Because at the time I was really trying to look into even essential oils. And I'll tell you, this Deep Blue, it's an oil, which I have right here, and it's a rub. The difference is the rub has eucalyptus, which makes it provide that cooling effect like bear cream, icy hot. And it has wintergreen in it, which has the same chemical constituent as ibuprofen, which is methyl salicylic acid, which helps deal with pain. And so it just really started to slowly like relieve the pain. Now, when it comes to an injury, there's the actual healing, and then there's the pain and the inflammation around it. So it really helped deal with the pain and inflammation, and allowed my body to heal itself in this natural way. And I also was struggling with a cold at the time because I wasn't sleeping as well because I was trying to run a business plus work full time. Back to that, but I'm sleeping better now. For those that don't know, I now work full time with the church and nonprofit as the managing director, and Madewell is my side fun passion business. So I started using On Guard, which is the immunity protective blend, which as you can see is nearly done because I use it every day. And I just started to kind of feel like my throat and my body start to kind of restore itself as I also started to sleep more. So it just made me look into it. Like, what's going on? What is this? And as I started to learn and get some education around it, and I started to teach, like, I'm the sort of person, like, when something works for me and it like changes my life, no matter what it is, you're going to know about it very soon, because I don't believe it's something that I should hold back. Right? So this is just a quote from the blog post I wrote about it. Just, I can't stop thinking about it because it gave me hope. And even though sometimes it's a lot of work to put together a PowerPoint, all this sort of stuff, it doesn't matter to me, because if I could offer someone hope and a natural solution, then it's worth it. All right, so what we're going to talk about by the way, I'm drinking some tea with some ginger oil in there. And we'll talk about internal use because I know that's a big thing for people. Today, what we're going to talk about is the basic of essential oils, what they are, why they're important, how they use it. Then I'm going to talk about like the top 10 essential oils. If that makes sense. These ones, I actually have purposely placed them on my kitchen sink, and they are there easily to use, and I use a lot of them. Honestly, if you get these 10, you have these 10 around, like, there are tons of other oils, but trust me, these are like, you're set. Like, these are good. Then I'm going to share a few of my favorites, and then if you're interested in getting started, how to do that. So feel free again to share comments, questions along the way, and I will answer. And then each month doTERRA has special offers as well, so I'm just going to share that with you. So if you could share, whether it's a replay or you're on with me live, share with me your top 1 to 3 health concerns. Just something that you're looking for an essential oil or a natural solution for. So share that in the chat box, share that in the comments, and I would love to hear from you, so we can the idea with this is that you have that then in the top of your mind, and then throughout the webinar, you're going to be able to see which oils can meet that, okay? So feel free to write it out if you want to, but share it in the chat box for me. Which oils can meet. All right. Oops. Making sure there's no comments on that side. All right. Jenny, anything from you? Any particular concerns that you're like, all right, if there's an oil for this, I know you said around laundry, so that's great. Around the house, different things. Allergies. Good. That's a very common one that I get often. So I will definitely tell you, an allergy combo, and a particular oil that will meet that. Mood and energy, yes. Very, very good, very good. There are definitely some solutions, but there's actually an oil for everything. And so we'll talk about all of this. Anything else, Jenny? Allergies, mood, and energy. Hope it's okay. I'm drinking my tea, everyone. And then eczema-prone skin. Good. Awesome. So those are 1 to 3. Allergies, mood, and energy, and eczema-prone skin. Awesome. Well, let's go on and talk a little bit. So have those in the front of your mind as we're going out and talking about everything. Okay, so what are essential oils? What are they? Well, what they are is kind of nature's defense mechanism and way of caring for the plant or the tree or the flower. They're pure extracts from plants. Most of them, an essential oil that is therapeutic grade is pure. Sometimes many companies add fillers to it. But they're highly concentrated, and the reason why they're highly concentrated, they're about 50, 70 times more concentrated and powerful than herbs, is because when they extract it, they're just taking that essential oil. So for example, on that peppermint leaf, if you were to go look at it at a microscopic level, it would have little oil sacs. So when actually you chop up the peppermint, you're releasing the oil sac. Same thing with basil, same thing with cilantro. So that is why you only need 1 to 2 drops per time you're using it. Because 1 drop of peppermint, friends, right here. If you were there, if we were doing this live, you could smell it, is equal to 28 cups of tea. And I mean that, like in the sense, it is a powerful, powerful oil. So you really don't need to use it that often. And actually, I do use it as tea. But because the hot water meets the cold menthol, it's just like, whoof, in your air and in your face. So don't hold it too close. You might just be overwhelmed with mint. And you know, it's available at home. I have like all mine here, and then I travel with some too. So it's so important to have these on hand. So how are they effective? So essential oils are, your body recognizes the pure ones as good, just like you would recognize vegetables as good, fruits as good. And because of the way it's designed, it actually is designed to penetrate what we call the blood-brain barrier, or your cellular membrane. And it's actually your cells. We all know the importance of cell and all that sort of stuff. We're made up of cells. A lot of like conditions can actually form in your cells, but a lot of medicines, and not a lot of medicines, but a lot of things aren't designed to penetrate your cell. But essential oils are able to penetrate it and get to the root. And that is why when I used the Deep Blue, it worked really well. So how can you use the oil? So many, like I have heard this many times, some essential oils that people buy, you can smell it, but you can't put it on your skin. You can't take it internally. And what that comes around to is 1, therapeutic or pure oils, but 2 is potency of the oil as well. So for doTERRA, a lot of the oils you can use internally. And how I know that, I will let you know, is on the bottle, there is some nutrition facts, and it says essential oil supplement. That means that I can take this internally, and I'll talk about kind of parameters around that. However, Deep Blue, the oil, does not have that. And the reason why is that wintergreen shouldn't be ingested internally because of the high methyl salicylate acid content that it has. And then the next way to use it is aromatically. So from the bottle, or so just smelling it from the bottle, or a diffuser. Right now I have my diffuser going right now. You know, or a lot of people use aromatic like jewelry, diffuser jewelry, or topically. So you can apply it to your skin with or without a carrier oil. Carrier oil is an oil that will dilute the potency effect on it. Now, mind you, it still works because dilution actually, because essential oils are volatile, they'll like just go in the air, they're free flowing. Actually using something like coconut oil helps it penetrate into your skin deeper and longer. And so don't ever be afraid to use it. But there are certain oils that are like the spices or like the oregano, all these ones that are what we considered hot oils. So you want to use a carrier oil on your skin, just not to, make anything sensitive, not like yell at you. And so diffusing is one of the ways. I would say I now probably do a mixture of all three. I do take quite a bit internally, like lemon, grapefruit, all those in my water, do my tea when my stomach isn't feeling well, but I do diffuse a lot. It's just one of the best ways to do that, because at the end of the day, whether I smell something, put it on my skin, or take it internally, it's entering on my body. Now with internal, the max that an adult should do is 1 to 20 or 1 to 25 drops per day. Now it's going to be very hard to get that amount of drops. Trust me, if you're only using one at a time, 1 or 2 at a time. There's a question sometimes around kids and which oils are safe for kids. I do have some stuff on that, but I will just say I've known a lot of people who've used oils on their kids. The thing is, it's the amount of oil that you use. You should always use probably less than you think for a child, a young baby. And I can always show you the dilution guidelines if you're interested in that, just because your skin is still growing, your immune system's still growing, right? So why doTERRA? There's many essential oils companies, and I'm not the one that fights you over which one's better. Like, that's not my battle, and that's not the type of person I am. I chose doTERRA for a variety of reasons. I chose it because they do something called co-impact sourcing, which the idea with that is they're wanting to impact the countries that help source their oils in a positive way, like the countries are sourcing theirs, helping them. And a lot of these countries, these oils naturally grow in that habitat. These farmers are naturally growing that. So one, the quality is higher. They know when to pick it. They know when to grow it, all those sort of stuff. And it's in the climate it should be in, and they're familiar with it. But also because doTERRA has a very high, what we call CPTG, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade standard. Well, they will test the oil when it comes from the distillery or comes from the country, and then they'll test it again when it's bottled. But first test is that if it does not meet their requirements of what that sort of oil, the chemical, what we call chemical constituents, what it's supposed to represent, the quality that they're looking for, they will turn the batch away, because they want to make sure the same lavender you get is the same lavender I get. That is how much they care about quality. And so I liked that. I liked that the people who introduced me to the oils were going to support me in both using and sharing about them. I love that doTERRA has a culture of compassion. They do a lot with their nonprofit called the Healing Hands Foundation, which fights things like human trafficking, sex trafficking, girls not being able to go to school because of their period, a lot of different things that I just believe in. And so altogether, this was just a yes for me, right? And I loved this. As a health coach, I do believe in, my 7 areas of a healthy body, but I believe in their pyramid that eating right is at the base. Exercise, managing your stress, reducing toxin load, then being proactive with your medical care and taking care of yourself. And so that it just felt like we were just on one accord in what we believe around health and wellness. And there are products then to meet. Let me quickly plug my computer in. There are products then to meet all of those areas in the wellness pyramid. So these are just some questions to ask yourself. If you're ever wondering about quality, to ask yourself, right? Do you know where the oil is made? Is it indigenous? When does the oil expire? There's an expiration date typically on the bottom of the oils, which is like 5 or 6 years, usually for doTERRA. What's the science behind it? Can you source any of their information? And what I love about doTERRA is that there's a little barcode at the bottom. If you go to sourcetoyou.com and enter that barcode in, you can actually see all of the testing done on this particular oil. And why that's important, if you're a nerd in regards to the science or to have taken organic chemistry, is that when you look at the chemical constituents, lemon should have a very high limonene content, which gives it what it can do, all of its therapeutic benefits like cleaning, cleansing, detoxing. If it does not have a high limonene content, that means that is not a pure lemon oil, or that is not a high quality oil, right? And so that is what I love about doTERRA, is that they're very transparent in making sure that there's high quality. And again, Healing Hounds Foundation, they're just doing a lot for impoverished communities, and even the wellness advocates for doTERRA do a lot. There are a lot of donations go there. Like, you can give just to the Healing Hands Foundation. You can buy certain oils like the Hope and Rose oil that goes, and the Hope and Rose lotion too. And also they have corporate sponsors that, you know, they support through the Healing Hands. So, and again, this is co-impact sourcing. You know, peppermint comes from Washington, D.C. Lemon comes from Sicily, Italy. Lavender comes from Bulgaria. We have tea tree or melaleuca oil comes from Australia. Oregano, I believe, is Turkey. Vetiver is from Haiti. So, you know, we can go on and on and on where all of these oils come from. But I just think it's very amazing that they're like impacting the world one oil at a time. Right? So when you're buying oils from doTERRA, you're not just buying oils for yourself. You're actually like helping, not actually, yeah, helping the company, but you're helping the people who source the oil. And this is just a visual map. This has now been updated, but I believe it's about 56 countries or in the 50s. And doTERRA has about exclusive rights to about 98% of those, meaning from those particular distilleries, only doTERRA gets those oils. So if you're looking for that quality, then they'll have it. This is another friend, Nikki. She was a fitness coach. Now she does something else, but she's still into CrossFit, and she's the one that made me into it. Love her to death. Anyway, so she just is also very concerned with her health and what product she uses. And she just really said she felt a lot better knowing that these were 100% pure. And in stuff such as her digestive system and sleeping, she found a lot of comfort from essential oils. Okay, so that's a little bit about doTERRA and then a little bit about the basics, kind of, you know, so you get more of an understanding. Now we're going to get into the fun stuff. I actually think that stuff is fun too. But talking about the 10 oils I say you always need to have around, and this comes in a lot of their basic kits. So trust me when I say these stuff is good. So feel free, again, to ask questions, your thoughts as we go along. Let's start with lavender. So lavender has a high, if you care, scientific-wise, linalool content, which gives it its calming effects on the mind and body and emotions. Historically, it was used for mummification, bathing, relaxing, cooking, perfume. But it's also amazing for burns. If you get burned when cooking or something happens, lavender is the go-to. There's tons of other oils. Trust me, lavender, frankincense is really good. But you have lavender around, use it. It's also great to use at night, diffuse, drop it on, make a little spray, put it on your pillow, freshen up your closet or your car, add to a bath, or even flavor desserts. You know, I've known people who've done chocolate and lavender together. Yay. Oh, Jenny says lavender is what she has, the only one. Well, we have some fun that you're going to get into. But by far, lavender is a very multi-purpose oil. And that's what I love about these 10 basic oils. They're very multi-purpose. So lavender is a great one to use in your laundry. I actually use lemon and tea tree or melaleuca and another blend called Purify. But lemon and melaleuca I use a lot for cleaning and in my laundry as well. All right, lemon. So lemon is, I use it I literally use it every day in my water, or I clean with it. It is a cleansing agent. It is also, Jenny, we were talking about mood boosting. Any of the citrus oils are very boosting to the energy because of their just zest, right? Their zest for life and the high limonene content. And so some ways to use lemon is you can use it as a furniture polish, like honestly, even clean grease. Sometimes, you know, when you're washing those pans and that it sticks. I literally will soak my pan with water and add a couple drops of lemon. It's also great for, again, cleaning. I use it with melaleuca, vinegar, baking soda, water. It's great to clean off whiteboards that are like sticking. It's so powerful, in fact, that when it meets plastic, when it meets styrofoam, it starts to break it down. You can take a styrofoam cup, put a couple drops of lemon, and boom, it will start to break it down. It is off to fight off anything not good for you. And so I love lemon. I always make sure I have it. Yeah, lavender is good to know. Peppermint is another beautiful oil. This is a hybrid of watermint and spearmint, but this is also one that is really good for boosting energy. I actually tend to combine peppermint with wild orange, so one of the sweet citrus oils, because it offers that citrus and minty. Peppermint has a high menthol content, so it gives you that cooling effect. It's great after a workout. I tend to put a drop in my water if I remember sometimes. It's great after, just a hot day. If you're out biking or hiking, getting a thing and spraying it on. Actually, post-sun beach time, you can put lavender, aloe, and peppermint on together. So it's just really great for that cooling effect. And it's obviously great for tea. Anything you want to cool down in your hair and your shampoo as well. Migraines, tensions, it kind of like numbs it in a healthy way, I guess. Oral health, those sort of things. So those are just some of the basic ways you can use peppermint. Melaleuca is our version of tea tree, and it's originally sourced from the arbor. I can always say this wrong. It's in Australia. So they used to crush and inhale it to promote clear breathing and help skin. So this is one, Jenny, that is really good for eczema, is really good for skin irritations. I actually would suggest Melaleuca, lavender, and frankincense together with some coconut oil or lotion and putting it on daily. So my husband had some bumps on his foot for something, I think it was just irritation, and he used those three together, and it just really, he woke up one day and I just heard him be like, whoa, and I was like, what? He's like, my bumps are like fading and they're like getting better. And so I would suggest creating a little coconut oil bottle with the lavender, Melaleuca, and the frankincense. All right, and if you are just joining and watching on the Facebook, I can see one person's watching. Make sure you say hello, let me know you're here, and know that you can ask questions and share in the comments, because I'm also on Zoom over here. What's the difference? It's the same thing. So Jenny asks, what's the difference between Melaleuca and tea tree? It is the same thing. It's just Melaleuca is the official like science-ish name. So it is the same tree, all of that. Now there might be different things that you might get a different tea tree that's different in quality from another one, but it is the same oil. Yeah. So just so everyone knows that. Frankincense is known as the king of oils. It is amazing and powerful for your cellular health. And again, I'm going back, we are at our core cellular beings. Many people, there have been a lot of studies around the support it can have for people struggling with things like cancer or like DNA stuff or cellular or skin issues. This is also when I remember my mother-in-law first started to use it, and she said people would compliment her skin because she would just use it like in her, what do you call it? Like with her regular facial kit. So it's a beautiful, beautiful one. You can use it during yoga, prayer, meditation. It's a very calming and centering oil. I sometimes put a drop. I'm just going to show you how I do it. Don't freak out. Bottom of my tongue, so they can go through my body and provide me that cellular thing. You can put in what we call a veggie capsule, which are empty capsules that you can put any of these oils in to take it if you don't want to taste it. Bottom of your feet to promote feelings of relaxation and balancing mood and just that calming effect after a long day. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Yep. Oregano. So I'm going to be honest, when I first got this in my top kit, I was like, what is oregano doing here? That does not smell good. But oregano is really, like, most people would call it like nature's antibiotic, not technically supposed to say that by the FDA. But it has a high carvacol and thymol content, which belongs to the phenols group, which is just, again, organic chemistry, and possesses a high antioxidant, antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral activity. So if you sense a cold coming along or even some sort of like intestinal issue, like even food poisoning, I've taken oregano and some other oils to kind of just help soothe and get that stuff out. But when I'm about feeling like I'm really getting sick and like it's towards that because I've been around people. I'll use On Guard for sure, but I use oregano as well in a capsule so that I don't taste it. And so it's not one you need to take every day, but it's one that you can cook with as well. I mean, talked about cooking with the oils, but it's one that could definitely help just, that antibacterial stuff that you will need. Great for Italian dishes, and like even let's say athlete's foot, it's again antifungal, so it can help with that. Breathe is what I'm diffusing now. So Jenny, this is what I'm going to answer your question. So Breathe is what we call the respiratory blend. It is great for allowing people who are struggling with allergies and breathing in general to have that relief. So it is a blend. Now we're going to get into talking about some of the blends. And it's a blend of laurel leaf, peppermint, eucalyptus, melaleuca, lemon, ravinsour, and cardamom. So some oils and some herbs. And I would actually, before I go on talk about this, suggest lemon, lavender, and peppermint as the allergy balm. Diffusing that, rubbing that on skin, throat, any of those pressure points, taking internally, like those 3 oils, lemon, lavender, and peppermint, and Breathe, are what I would suggest to you for allergies. So you can diffuse or inhale this directly from the palm. There's even a Breathe, kind of like Vicks. It smells like Vicks, because of the eucalyptus stick you can rub on. There's actually Breathe cough drops and On Guard cough soothing drops. I've been taking them because of the cold weather in Florida. It's also great to diffuse with calming oils like lavender, because it provides that calming effect while still allowing you to breathe, which gives you that feeling for nice sleep. Yes. So I would definitely check those out or write those down, and we can talk about that more. But your son tends to have allergic cough. So I would suggest diffusing something like Breathe, or even the lemon, lavender, and peppermint. But Breathe is more of a kind of a sweeter scent. And then you can make a lemon and lavender, peppermint, even roller bottle or something, and roll it on, or just use it with coconut oil for your son. I've had a lot of people on my team or some customers who've done that. On Guard. Woo! Love On Guard. It is the protective blend. It is one that is great for your immune system. There's just been tons of studies done that when On Guard met microbial bacteria, the microbial bacteria could not stand it. It has clove and cinnamon, which are the real kickers. They're really just good for your immune system, which is why, hence at night, or in the fall, we have a lot of spices, right? Because our bodies are prone to colds or prone to stuff like that. And so this helps us build up our immune system. It has orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. It's good for cleaning as well. They have a lot of, I use the On Guard toothpaste, On Guard mouthwash. There's On Guard cleaning solution detergent, because it provides that killing of those microbes effect and all that stuff. So it's great. I would suggest some people, diffusing it before school, or you go head out for the day and diffusing it when you get back. So prepare your immune system and then kick it back in the bud if you were exposed to something. It's just really great. You can even add a drop again to your throat. Because of the clove, it's going to be a little spicy. Or, as I said, gargle it. So that would be really, really, really helpful. Yeah, On Guard is one, Jenny, that is just great to have around. I reorder it probably about every 2 to 3 months because I use it so often. So it's definitely, I think, a must for family life and cleaning and just kicking your environment. Because at the end of the day, I did a podcast this week on my Healthy Body podcast with Laura Adler, who's an environmental toxin expert, lover. And she just even shared that most of us are in our home. And because we're in our home so often, it's our home is a place that we need to make sure we're reducing our toxin and we're building up our immune system. And one way to do that is with essential oils. Deep Blue, again, is the soothing blend. It is great for muscles, joints, aches, and pains. You got some back pain, you got some sore muscles from a workout pain, you got just knee issues, whatever. This is my family, my grandparents, everyone, this, athletes I know, this is a must. everyone has some deep blue. They have the deep blue rub. The oil does the same thing. Again, it's just the difference with the eucalyptus. Let me tell you, you need to have deep blue. It's just, your kids are growing, you got pains after like cleaning all day or going on a trek, walking all day for some after long hours of sitting. It is just one that everybody should have. Yes, and Jenny said she's been thinking about air purification in her home. Yes, a lot of these you can just be diffusing on, around the day. Even if it's not going on all the time, it's purifying that air. So the lemon you could do, any of these are going to provide that effect. So Digestin is like my digestive go-to. I have a very sensitive stomach. I just know which foods will hurt it. Like as a health coach, you just know so much. But for me, whenever I have digestive distress, whether it's because I ate something I don't normally eat or, whatever, I'll rub this on my stomach or I'll take it internally. It is a blend of fennel, ginger, caraway, coriander, anise, and peppermint. A lot of those are just great for your tummy in general. So it's getting it together provides that kick. It is good for any digestive thing, bloating, gas, indigestion, diarrhea, all those things that you just need to soothe your stomach. This is great. So even on road trips, things you're not normally eating, this is one I suggest. Like my anniversary is this weekend. We're going to go out of town. I'm probably taking all of these basic oils. Like, you just never know. I want to have them with me, so they're a part of my life now. I'm not trying to like sell them or whatever. I'm just saying they're a part of my life. And so this is a great one. So that was kind of the top 10, right? But there are tons of other oils, and I just wanted to mention some of them briefly. I have my little roller bottle pack that I travel with. So Clary Calm, I don't have a lot of slides on these because I just wanted to make this very compact and not take all your time. But I'll just mention what these are. So Clary Calm is the women's monthly blend, and it has clary sage, which is the oil that really helps with the hormone, regulating estrogen, regulating emotions. And so I remember when, my sister, we all first got that, when you first get that period, it's like very painful. And even me, sometimes I really it gets painful. I rub this on my lower abdomen and it really helps. And even if I'm feeling emotional, I'll rub this on as well. And some people end up using this as a perfume. So Clary Calm is a blend with clary sage. Has clary sage, lavender, bergamot, Roman chamomile, ylang-ylang, cedarwood, geranium, fennel, and some other stuff. So it's a blend of a lot of the single oils. Intune is the focus blend, so that is really helpful for kids or even adults. Come on, we have trouble focusing sometimes. Where we can just rub them straight on and provide that effect. Now, I realize I should have updated these slides, but I will say this for any mom that has kids. There is now a doTERRA Kids Kit that is in my other room, but I have one of them here. And there are 6 oils that have similar names to some of these doTERRA ones, but they're designed with less oils and to be lighter for kids. And I'll just mention them to you briefly. So we have Stronger, which is the kind of the equal to On Guard. And these are diluted in coconut oil, so they're easy to roll on. You have I think it's Calm, like the Restful blend, which is similar to the Adult Serenity. You can use these on kids too. You have the Grounded blend, similar to Balance. You have Thinker, which is the Focus blend for kids. You have the one that's similar to Deep Blue for kids, and they're growing and playing sports and all that sort of stuff. So all that to say, there is a special kids kit you can get, but you could also buy the single oils. So if you're looking specifically, I may do a class on kids, essential oils for kids. I have not done one of those, just those yet. So I'll maybe poll people to see what's the next class they're looking for. But that is a perfect kit if you want to get started. So I could share more about that. If you're interested, let me know in the chat or the comments, and I can send you the details on that. So Serenity I use this every night. It is a blend of all the oils that just to give you peace and comfort. at night. Lavender, cedarwood, a lot of the woods are calming. Ylang ylang, marjoram, roman, chamomile, vanilla, vetiver. Vetiver is a very thick oil that you don't need a lot of, but lingers longer because it's thick. So it's very great for just centering and calming. So I like to use them together, Serenity, Balance, and Vetiver, because it's almost like the other ones get me calm and help me stay asleep, while Vetiver helps me stay asleep, I should say. Balance is, this one I feel like is way more men friendly. They even have a deodorant now. It's blue because it's blue tansy, which is a calming effect. And actually, side note, is great for your skin. I've done even many classes on essential oils for skin. So if you're interested in learning more, it has spruce, it has frankincense, so a lot of oils to just kind of keep you grounded. So some people will rub that at the bottom of their feet, right? So those are just some of my other favorite oils, but again, there's tons of them. And then doTERRA has products. So they take oils and they recognize that, like, sometimes people, how can we help people use essential oils? And because many of the toxins we're exposed to are for women, are in our products. And so they've created the Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is a vitamin supplement pack that I take it, me and my husband take it, that has omega-3s, that has your multivitamin and has something to protect your cells. I love it. I feel the difference when I do take it. There's also the Virage Facial Kit system. There's 3 systems. I said the HD Clear for problematic skin. Virage is more of like, I got it for a friend one time, and she does makeup, skin, and all that sort of stuff. And she's like, when she first used it, she's like, it's like a dream. Like, it's just like a facial every single night. And then I also use their shampoo and conditioner, which has oils like the peppermints in the conditioner, and then like the citruses to kind of rub the skin, and then the deep blue rub. So there's tons of other products as well. So don't just limit yourself to just, the oils are great. I think they're a great place to start, but no, there are done for you product. Yeah, Jenny, there's tons of product. Like all those spa stuff on the screen, you have a detoxifying mask. There's a butter. There's honestly exfoliating scrub that most exfoliating scrubs leave you more dry. This does not. It leaves you with because it's sugar and it has like jojoba oil, all of that. It leaves you more moisturized. And so even their chapstick, I usually put my chapstick on and then I put my 100% pure lipstick on. So the products can go on and on. And so it's like Christmas. It really is. And so this is Heather. She just shared her experience similar to mine with wrist pain and stress. She works as a clinical counselor full time, and she just loves doing it. She shares about it a little bit with others as well. And so there's tons of testimonials that I can give you. Like, I'm not just pulling them out just from my own personal experience. And so if you're on at this point or watching the replay again, share with me in the comments or chat box what we've talked about so far. Are there oils that could help you meet your needs? Please share with me in the comments or chat box. So did we talk about any essential oils that you're like, these are the ones that I should get started with? So I encourage you to share with me, but also write it down so you don't forget. That's important. Jenny, anything from you? Any oils that stick out to you? We're wrapping up here, guys. Just going to share a little bit about the promos and how you can get started. And I'm going to send some information for all those who signed up for the webinar after and post it in the group as well. So oops. Oh, Jenny accidentally got kicked off. Oh, no problem. It happens. I was just sharing, was there any oils that stood out that can meet the health concerns you mentioned of allergies, or like any ones that you're just interested in trying? Share with us so we can kind of just say, was this helpful for you, you know? The Breathe blend. Yeah, the Breathe blend sounds interesting. I know you mentioned the On Guard one as well. Could be a great one to try. Yeah, so yeah, keep thinking about that and share those in the comments. I'm going to go on to make sure we on everyone's time. So what's next? So I do offer, if you know, people watch this and they know they want to get started or they want to talk it through. My time is a little more limited. I tend to take some calls in the day, but only have a couple hours, a few nights a week now because of just working full time. If you would rather just talk it through, let me talk you through the process, schedule a consultation that's, you know, free, just to kind of get going and started. You can choose a kit or which essential oils you want. And there's two ways to purchase, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But the best way is to get your own wholesale account that you only need to use when you want, but it's just 25% cheaper than retail. Plus, you can end up getting, you know, free points back or different things if you do their regular orders. And then what I typically do, when you get the oils, if you would like a follow-up meeting, we can talk about that. So again, with wholesale account, you have access to, I have tons of trainings and resources I've done over the last 3 years that I've put in for my wholesale customers and retail customers. So you can go in on your own and watch that sort of stuff. And there obviously is the Facebook group, and I give a lot of one-on-one mentorship to those who are on my team. Now, team meaning you're using it. You don't have to share them. You don't have to do that. That's something if you're interested in that. So Slim and Sassy is the metabolic blend. It has grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, orange, ginger, I think. And I put it in my water sometimes. It's 10% off this month. And if you already have a doTERRA account, they're doing a reactivation campaign where if you order over 100 points for this month, you can get a free Breathe. And if you order on LRP, which is the Loyalty Rewards Program, you can get Breathe and On Guard. But that's only if you already have a wholesale account and you haven't ordered in the last 4 months. So I'll just share some of their kits. I like the idea of getting a kit because it's a great way to get the most bang for your buck and you save a lot. The Home Essentials kit is what I started with. I started with that diffuser, which I still have, and I started with those 10 oils that we've talked about. So the 10 basic oils that we talked about comes in this kit, and it comes in one other one. So this 50 milliliter bottles have about 250 drops per bottle. So they're gonna last a long time. My oregano I've only replaced like once or twice because there's certain oils you don't use all the time. So it really does give you the most bang for your buck. These are USD prices. Jenny, you're in Canada, right? There will be the kits are a little bit different in Canada and they're named a little bit different, but overall it's the same and I can help you with that. So it's 275 USD for that at wholesale, or 366 US at retail. And the PV is just like points, like how much points was it? But the cost is where you're going to go. So then the Family Essentials kit is the exact same oils in the Home Essentials and the 10 basic ones, but it's just a smaller bottle. So it's this size bottle, which is 5 milliliters, so about 90 drops per bottle. You're still going to get a lot, but it's just smaller bottles. So most people, if they already have a diffuser or whatever, they'll start with this or the other one. So this is 150 US or 200 at retail. Another one is the Aroma Touch Diffuse Kit. Aroma Touch is actually a massage technique they use, but where they use all of these oils together, but these are all oils that you can use for other things. So Balance, as I talked about, the lavender, the tea tree, the On Guard, the deep blue, the Aroma Touch, which is a massage blend, wild orange and peppermint. And it comes with a diffuser. So it all depends on how you want to start. And another option is you create your own first order. You can get a wholesale account for $35 US. I think it's 42 Canadian dollars one time for the year. And then you purchase whatever oils you want whenever you want it from your account. And then once a year you do like a renewal fee of like 25 US, I think, and they send you back a peppermint for free, which it equals out in the end. And so if it's and I know a lot of places have wholesale accounts. To me, if it's something that you see yourself investing in at least 2 to 3 times a year, it's worth it. You're going to save. And it's 35 US, it's not too much. So then there's some additional resources. Just wanted to share that with you. So again, to offer you continued support and education around using them. My Madewell doTERRA Essential Oils community. Actually, my podcast too, let me say that the Healthy Body podcast, I have bonus essential oil features. I'm going to just get into a rhythm of at least once a month, the last Wednesday of every month. Every Wednesday is a podcast. And so I'll be sharing stuff like that, particularly like the basics of one oil or a set of oils for a particular theme. But my oils community is where if you're watching from there, that we share a lot, just like what we're doing, and we take pictures, we share recipes, I go live, so it's just a great place. And then my trainings and resource library on, topics around stress and around digestion, pregnancy, and all this sort of stuff, cleaning, all of like my trainings around that are in there, and that's available to retail and wholesale customers. And the Essential Life book, I actually have both the book and the app. That's like my oils Bible. Any question that I have, people have that I just don't know or don't remember, I go there and it is a world full of information. The app is only $4.99 for iPhones. I don't know if it's on Android or Samsung. Is that the same thing? But yeah, I would check that out. Great app. Danielle is on, she also shares oils on my team, and she just kind of shared the support she got in both using and sharing about the oils with me, and I just love her. I think I learned probably more from her than she learned from me, but now you know. And then Nikki again had another testimony. So thank you for being here with me. I will again send this out because there's an appendix with just some more information of what I talked about, like the process. I put it in the appendix if you're more of a reader, but I don't want to go through it here now. So are there any questions as we wrap up? I will be sending out the link to the Facebook video of this. So, and I'm going to put, if you are not in Facebook or whatever, I'm going to put this in my free resource library. I will send out more information on the links and how to get started, or if you want a consultation, how to apply for that. So that's all going to be coming out soon if you signed up for email or posted at the bottom of this. So any other questions, Jenny, if you're still on, or anyone else at the replay, if you're watching it at this point, this is your chance. All right, any other questions, Jenny, from you? Maybe you accidentally got kicked off again. All right, ladies, well, that's it from me. Again, reach out. Join the Madewell doTERRA Essential Oil community if you can. You could follow me on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, Pinterest. All of my handles are Madewell345. You could check out my website and all that. So there's definitely space to learn more and get in contact with me. All right. Well, that's it. Have a great day and talk to you soon.